Welcome to today's 5-minute Bible study in the book of Joshua. Today we start looking at Joshua chapter 11. Now, chapter 11 describes the northern campaign in the conquest of Canaan, or the taking of the promised land. We've mentioned several times before that there were three phases or three parts to the campaign to take the promised land. First, there was the central phase, or the central campaign, where Joshua and the Israelites took the center of the land, focusing on Jericho and Ai, and then, of course, Gibeon, who surrendered to the Israelites. And after taking the center of the land, they turned their attention to the south. And they fought the coalition that was headed up by the king of Jerusalem, of 5 Amorite kings who joined forces to defeat the Israelites. However, they were defeated. God gave them into the hands of Israel. The armies were totally defeated, and then Joshua took all the cities of the south. So he's in possession of the center of the land and the south of the land. The center of the land is what will later be the tribe of Ephraim's territory, and in the divided kingdom will be known as Samaria, or just sometimes called Israel. The southern part of the land is the tribal areas that will belong to Judah and Benjamin, and after the divided kingdom will be known as the kingdom of Judah. That's yet to come. But now Joshua is ready to turn his attention to the north, what will later in New Testament times be called the area of Galilee. But once again, he faces a coalition of kings who joined their militaries in order to oppose the Israelite conquest. Notice how the chapter begins. So chapter 11, verse 1. Now when Jabin, the king of Hazor, heard of this, that is the conquest of the southern part of the kingdom, as well as the central part, he sent word to Jobab, king of Madon, to the kings of Shimron and Ashkabah, and to the northern kings who were in the mountains, in the Arabah south of the Kinnereth, in the western foothills, in Naphoth Dor to the west, to the Canaanites in the east and the west, to the Amorites, the Hittites, the Perizzites, the Jebusites in the hill country, to the Hivites below Hermon in the region of Mizpah. They came out with all of their troops and a large number of horses and chariots, a huge army, as numerous as the sand on the seashore. All these kings joined forces and made camp together at the waters of Merom to fight against Israel. So once again, we see a coalition of kings come together to fight Israel. It's led by a man by the name of Jabin, who is king of Hazor. Now, Hazor is a city far in the north of what will later be Galilee. It's north of the Sea of Galilee. It's an important city, a significant city, and their king is a powerful king. Now, this area will even continue to give trouble for years to come when we get to the book of Judges, and we look at the judge Deborah and her exploits as leader of Israel. Her fight will be against, again, Hazor, the king of Hazor. So they continue to be a problem. But now for Joshua, the king of Hazor gathers this coalition. And actually, this is a stronger coalition than he faced in the south. It includes more kingdoms, city-states, more kings, and larger army. Also includes an army with horses and chariots. Now, this is new for the Israelites. It will be a long time before they will have the technology to use horses in the military, and certainly chariots. Now, the chariots are ineffective in the hilly regions and the mountainous regions which occupy the center of Israel. But the plain of Jezreel, which separates the central part from the northern part of what will later be Israel, those chariots are very effective in that valley of Jezreel, or in that plain of Jezreel. So this is a powerful military force. Larger coalition than Joshua faced in the south. More armies, more soldiers, more resources, and they also possess horses and chariots, which are the tanks of ancient warfare. Israel does not possess chariots. They do not have horses yet to be used in the military. That's yet to come. That will come in the future. But right now, they're all foot soldiers. So this is a formidable challenge, a powerful coalition army arranged against Israel with powerful technology on their side, those chariots and horses. They join forces and they're ready for battle. They feel confident in the numbers they have, the armies they have, and the technology they have, those chariots and horses. But notice what the Lord says to Joshua, verse 6. Repeating the same promise the Lord has always made. The Lord said to Joshua, Do not be afraid of them, because by this time tomorrow I will hand all of them slain over to Israel. You will hamstring their horses, you will burn their chariots. Once again, the message is, do not fear, Joshua. Why? Because I am with you. I am the one who will give you the victory. Yes, they have tanks, ancient tanks, the chariots and horses, but they will not stand against you. By this time tomorrow, I will give you the victory in battle, and you will hamstring their horses, and you will burn their chariots. You will see the victory of the Lord. So the decisive day of battle is at hand. The armies against Israel look overwhelmingly strong, but God's promise bolsters Joshua. He is confident of victory. They are ready to join the battle. And we'll look at that tomorrow. So join us next time for our 5-minute Bible study in the book of Joshua.